One of the first things that I actually wanted to talk about was like energy drinks, Prime, and because you've been quite outspoken about like Prime to start with, and obviously now you've thrown your hat in the ring with your own sort of performance drink. But can you tell us a little bit about Prime as a sports drink, supplement drink?
So like, I can't, even Ghost recently have just released one as well, where like if you want to have a hydration beverage, cool. If you want to have an energy drink, cool. And actually the energy drink isn't bad. You know, it's got 200 milligrams caffeine, which is quite punchy. But if you want to have a small can and get, Red Bull, same size cans, like 110, 120. So they've come in with like a double potency energy drink. But even then, there was loads of stuff in the news about kids, shouldn't be drinking this. But actually in the UK and Australia, they're way less potent. They're about 120 milligrams, so nearly half.
Right, yeah. Because
of legislations of the amount of caffeine you can have in a certain amount of like milliliters. But the hydration beverage is just dumb. And the way they go up against Powerade, Gatorade, and do these comparisons. So a lot of us, when we train, especially if you look into like rugby, football, you lose a lot of water, but you lose a lot of salt. So our replenishment tactics should be primarily sodium, salt, water, and then actually to speed up that process, you have glucose. So now next time you drink a Powerade or a Lucozade or whatever, you can actually taste the salt. And, that's an important part of rehydration. Even like a saline drip, you would give people glucose, water, and salt. Now, the other electrolyte is potassium, which is found in bananas, which is why, playing 7-a-side when you're younger, your mum and dad were like, make sure you get your bananas in, like
slices of orange.
But you're not losing anywhere near as much potassium as sodium. So when you look at Powerade, Gatorade, all of these like industry leaders, high sodium, low potassium. But with Prime, it's high potassium, low sodium, because they almost want a virtue signal. It's got no glucose, it's got no salt, because salt's got like a negative connotation, which if you're obese and you've got hypertension, you're sat at home and you haven't exercised in 3 months, then maybe having a salt-riddled beverage isn't going to be great for you because of the impacts it can have on your blood pressure or whatever. But as far as a rehydration supplement, it makes no sense. So they're putting something out there. It's almost like they built the product with the advertising in mind to go against the other industry leaders than they actually did perform.
So they've made a dehydration supplement, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's just it's not ideal. But then their demographic isn't really dehydrated. They're school kids that want like something to show off. So yeah, but even imagine this.
What are you laughing at?
Imagine going to fucking school with like a bottle of drink. Look at it's like, at least back in our day, we had those bobblehead footballers. You know what I mean?
Mate, did you see what it was like when it first came out?
Well, it's near, isn't that shop that you're always talking about near us? The one
Wakey Wines. I don't talk about Wakey Wines.
That's near us, man.
Yeah.
It's near me.
Where they were selling boxes of it for like 200 quid. To be fair, trying to get all this stuff, it was like rocking our shit. I almost had to pay 70 quid on Amazon because I think they were reselling it. Yeah, is that what's happened?
The bastards buy it.
Are you saying like, are you going bastard? A bit like when KSI were like, don't buy it from Wakey Wines. Yeah, definitely don't buy it.
But imagine like, let's say someone in the YouTube space like Derek or whatever was to call me out and go, actually Rodilia Rosé is dog shit. I would then say, hey guys, okay, for the next formulation, we'll change it.
Yeah.
Like I think there's power to being receptive.
Is that Derek, more dates, more plates?
Yeah. So like if people are going to criticize you, I think you should have at least one finger on the pulse to say, do you know what, fair play.
Yeah.
We are actually going to change this because of what people have said. We're going to reformulate it because a product should never be finished. It should be able to, and you should be able to put your hand up. And if those two had just said, hey, we're going to finish the production of everything we've got and we're going to change the formulation. Yeah. But then they don't. They just like double down and get a load of footballers on board.
Did you ever think about, sorry to interrupt, did you ever think about that with our coffee? Could have changed the blend on that. Maybe more people would have bought it.
We could have done.
Yeah, we'll take that back to the drawing board. 2024, we'll do that.
We've had some failed business attempts on this podcast. In fact, it just cost us a fortune since we've started. So thanks for coming on. we might recoup it. It could turn us around. Watching the video that you made, sort of showcasing the behind the scenes of bringing this to life with Chris Williamson, it was fascinating. Watching you do the taste test, saying about wanting to put the supplements in that was actually full doses. Like, props to you for making it like that. And that's one of the best sort of, even though like obviously it is marketing, it was fascinating to see you actually bring it to life.
I was fear because I was like the whole time I was like, people are going to come get me. I was like, I've been calling people out for nearly 10 years. So like with every bit of attention to detail, it was fueled by fear. I was scared. I was like sending Derek cases. Please don't at us. Like anyone who's called us out in the industry.
Yeah, tell us a bit about that because you sent. Did you send some like? I guess studies to say, is this bollocks, basically? Is this blend bollocks?
There's a guy called Ben Carpenter. Have you seen him online?
No.
So he's in the fitness industry and he's got some really compelling content. For instance, he's got Crohn's, like quite bad. And every time he's been at his physical illness, like closest to death, he gets the most compliments about his physique. So he's like, he's like, how fucked up is this? He's like, if I'm on the brink of death, like so shredded because my body literally can't absorb nutrients, people are like, hey bro, you look sick. You know, like, but like amazing sick. Hey bro, you look amazing. Bro, this cut is unreal. He's like, yeah, I'm nearly dying. So he puts out some really good content. He actually was on Lad Bible recently. So his wife is Korean, and it's like apparently in like the certain circles, it's a bit disrespectful to marry outside to like a non-Korean speaking. I hope it's Korean. But he learned Korean for the wedding, stood up and did a speech.
I saw that video.
Yeah, so that's the guy. So he learned how to speak Korean.
Yeah.
And spoke to the family and was like, thank you so much, you know, all of this. And like, I hope you accept me. But he secretly took these lessons for ages. But anyway, he's really like reliable in the evidence-based circle. So I actually sent him the ingredients and said, mate, I'm doing a hit piece. I need your help. I need your help. Because if I'd said to him, I'm bringing out a product, he would have been nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, then he came back and he was like, this pretty legit. You know, you might want to swerve that one. I was like, thank God.
That's class. That's a good idea.
Yeah.